What's going on, everyone? Lamatama here, going over the patch notes 0.9.2 of Legend of Runeterra. Still in the open beta, so it's still gonna be a lot of testing, a lot of things to do. So basically, we'll see where developers are trying to go, where they're trying to put these champions to, what buffs, what nerfs, what they're up to and what they're doing. So let's see what's going on. The champions, we got Hecarim, Big Man Senator. All right. His health is taken from 6 to 5. Actually, it's pretty good because there's a lot of cards that buff something to deal 6 damage. So him going to 5, that's a significant drop because a lot of 6 is usually the benchmark of survival. I think it's 4, then 6, then 8. I think, and then it's like everything above that. But usually it's 4, 6, and 8, and those are the benchmarks for survival. So him going down to 5 from 6 actually makes him slightly easier to kill, but he's also buffed because he takes less ephemerals. So it costs less ephemerals for him to attack and for him to trigger. So technically it's him, what? Let me think. Those the 3 ghosts, they attack, that's 3. 2 horses, 2, and then him attacking, boom. So essentially it's much easier to summon him. It's just 3 cards, including him. So him buffing, and yeah. Let me see what they put up to his second form. Okay, he levels up. He levels up from the 7, and he loses. Obviously, he lost 1 health because before he was at 5, now he'll be at 6. So yeah, so from 7 to 6, that's fine. The attacking ephemerals, spectral riders. They used to be +2/+2. Now they are +3. Whoa, hold up. They are +3/+3. That's actually significantly better. Yeah, that's actually significantly better. Wait, is it? Oh no, okay, wait. So technically, it'll be the same amount of damage the his troops would do. Essentially, his spectral riders. He would technically do the same amount of damage when he gets buffed, but when he's not buffed, he will. They're actually weaker. So let me check this real quick. Yeah, they're actually weaker. Yeah, they're actually weaker because they're 2 attack, 2 health, ephemerals. So yeah, it is slightly weaker, but the cost of the onslaught is actually cheaper. It was 3, now it's 2, which is really good because it'd be like Callista's spear, I think, like Callista's spear that deals 3 damage for 2, or is it called Get Excited? I think it's Get Excited, and it's like because of Jinx's little monkey trap thing that explodes on people. It costs 3. So this costing 2 over 2 bodies, it deals 4 damage. So it's actually technically better, and it can actually go past. So with Hecarim and with this new onslaught, it's actually really good. It's more of a rework, but it's not really that bad. The Spectral Rise are slightly worse because them doing over time. But before, I think with Hecarim it was like 10 damage before. Now it's 8 damage. So it's slightly worse, but Hecarim still has Overwhelm, so that's still great. Yeah. It's just a slightly reworked, but it's not really terrible. It's still useful. It's still good. Yeah. Let's see what's next. Callista. Callista was it should be okay. So her health was increased from 2 to 3. It's always good because of 3 costs. Got 3 healths. That's still good. There used to be fearsome with bond, grants to an ally, and then when you see 3 allies die, it bonds up. Now it is fearsome, level up, and you see 4 allies die. So it's kind of like Lucian. So that's actually really good. Okay, yeah, that's actually really good. That's actually really good. Yeah, because it's basically like Shadow Oz versus Lucian. And with Shadow Oz always knows how to sacrifice their units, so everything's always dying. So this is an easy trigger to make. So she comes back, ready to go. So what's her level up turn into? Level 2 Callista. Okay. Health from 3 to 4. Fearsome, bonded, grants it 5 from attacking, reforged. Fearsome, first time attacking, revive the attacking ephemeral. Caught the strongest dead ally follower. Wait, what? What's that? The first time attacking each round, revive an attacking ephemeral. Copy the strongest dead allied follower this round. Is bonded. This round, we're bonded, and it takes damage for me. This is really good. I think this is from the closed beta. This is actually like one of the original designs for the closed beta, where the bonded thing takes damage for Callista, which is actually really good because basically she has her own divine shield. Essentially, she has like her own pre-made divine shield into a second body, and it's the strongest ally that died. So this is actually really really good because you can even use it with. It'll be hilarious if you use this with Ledros. Yeah, like if she attacks and the Ledros has died at some point, and then she attacks, Ledros comes out, takes the hit, he dies, goes back to your hand, then you can have a Ledros in your hand. That's actually really good. Or you can even have like the Crocky Boy, the big 4-drop 7/7. That's actually really good as well. So this is actually really good. So it doesn't have to be an ephemeral. It makes an ephemeral of the strongest ally, which is absolutely great. So I like this new design. This is an amazing card now. I like that they went from the original design and brought it back a bit. So yeah, I like this new Callista. And Black Spear of Callista. Let me see. Black Spear. Callista's Black Spear. Alright, dies right. Deal 3 damage to a unit. Shove Callista to your deck. They made it from 2 to 3. It's a nerf. Technically, it's arguably a nerf because it's roughly the same cost as I think Get Excited and yeah. What else does 3 damage for 3? Can't really think of something, but I know Get Excited does, and they have a cost where they have to discard a card from their hand to do it, but they can go, they can go face. I mean, they can go Nexus or they can go anywhere. So that's actually really good. The downside I see with this with Black Spear is the fact that Black Spear can only hit units. It can't go. It can't go Nexus. So I mean, it's not terrible, but it does take a lot of the threat of you see on 2 mana, you always know, oh, I'm gonna get Black Spear, so I gotta prepare for that. But with 3, it's actually significant in itself. So yeah, I'll have to test it out and see how this works. But I'm completely excited to see how this works out. But yeah, Callista and Hecarim, they're just reworked. It's not like completely nerfed. It's not removed. It's I think Callista got super buffed, if anything. Hecarim, he just got slightly changed with his own units, so it's all good. So yeah, let's see where the followers. Let's see what the followers are and see what they're going on to. Okay, Vanguard's Lookout. It was Border Lookout before. Now it's Vanguard's Lookout. Now it's an Elite. So, what's that? It's a 2-drop that buffs elites. I can't remember on the top of my head right now. But yeah, so when he gets played, this gets turned into a 2/5, which is, I mean, yeah, it passed the threshold for a 2-drop, quick damage of the barrier was 4, 6, and 8, like I said before. So this is beyond 4. It can go to 5. It's already at 4, so it has the first barrier border ready to go. But goes up, it can go to 5, so it can protect its own self. And plus, with the other ones, with all the other elites, it can go exponentially higher. It gets buffed with the elites, so like it's okay. It's not really like that game changing, but it's pretty good. It's pretty decent. All right, Mage Seekers. Okay, okay. I think all the Mage Seekers got like reworked because let's be honest, no one played Mage Seekers like at all. No one played Mage Seekers. Okay, so Mage Seeker Insider. Yeah, so it was 1 power. It got turned to 4. His health was 3. Got turned to. I mean, it was 4. Got turned to 3. And it used to be discard a card granted and get power equal to its cost, which is not really that good unless you got like probably some that buffs from discards like the Chomper, so it'll go +2/+2, or Vision, where you get +2/+3 plus the one, +1/+1. So now it's grant me 2/2 once you cast a 6-cost spell this game. Okay, so I don't know if you can keep doing this, like keep going up or not. I'm not sure how this is worded. It says grant me +2/+2 once you've cast a 6-cost spell this game. Once you've cast a 6-cost. So as I see it right now, it's to me it only seems like you can buff up once. Let me see if they see anything. More well-rounded. So it might work like Lux. So it could be it can constantly go up, go up, go up, go up, but it has to be only from 6 costs. It could be that, but as I read it right now, I could be completely wrong, but as I read it, I see it as when you play a 6 cost, this thing turns into a 6/5 for 4, which is great. So I like how the Mage Seekers are doing this. I like this thought process, how they want to do it. So yeah, I can't wait to see. I think Mage Seeker decks could be interesting. If it's more like this, then yeah. Mage Seeker Investigator. Okay, Mage Seeker Investigator. This card used to be like a built-in Purify if you played a spell. So you play a cast a spell, move text from keywords, and enemy followers. Yeah, it used to be a built-in Purify. Now is created Detain once you cast 6 cost scheme. Okay, so it's kind of like was that Demacian Soldier, I think? Demacian Elite. I think it's like Demacian Soldier, Demacian Elite, like one of those two. But yeah, yeah. So it's basically like that, but with Detained. So you make your own Detained. Honestly, I think the Purifier from before was actually, it could be arguably better, but I can see where they're going with it because they want to capture people and detain them. So I got that. Okay, so that's okay. It's 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 arguably could be useful. Yeah, makes you persuade. Okay, this card was never going to see play at his previous cost. It was cost 6 to discard a card and grant health based on get challenger. It was not seeing play. Let's be honest, that thing was not seeing play. Okay, now it is a 2 cost. It was 6, now it's 2. Right there, immediate bump because its health and power has changed. It has power of 3, not 4 anymore, and its health is up 1, it's 2. And instead of discarding a spell and grant health based on the cost of the spell, this card right here is grant +2/+2 and challenger for a 2-drop. Right? Once you play a 6-cost spell, that's probably where the hard part is. You gotta play a 6-cost spell at a later point, so you have to save up to play this card. But it's still actually really useful to play this card, and then you can switch it on and make it into a challenger later on in the game. So this card is actually really good. So I can see the Mage Seekers actually being possible decks with Lux. They got like a Lux, but they all do +3. I mean, not +6 with these cards. So I can see that actually working really well. All right. Oh, what they do to crowd favorite. Crowd favorite, they nerfed his health from 2 to 1. In all honesty, it's not really that bad. He's slightly weaker. He has 1 less health, but he's still got his overwhelm, which is the main thing about him. And as long as you have like a big board, he's gonna be big and thick. He's gonna have a nice thick boy coming out and overwhelming your opponent. So this is still good. Crowd favorite is still good. It's still good. It's still useful. I can't wait to use him. Like, yeah, he's still there for swarm and aggro decks. He's not going anywhere. Still same cost. Love it. Iceborne Legacy. Okay, they have moved from a burst spell to a slow spell. This is interesting because you can't like quickly trick your opponent and buff all your stuff by 1. So this can be a pretty serious nerf because you have to show your opponent what you're actually doing, like out front. So it's kind of like a cheaper version of pack mentality, but it has to be all the same type. Yeah, basically, yeah, it's a cheaper version of pack mentality, pretty much, and all the same types. Yeah. But since it's not a burst, it doesn't work as good. But it does +2/+2, which is still good. So this is a hard one to judge because before it was 3, now it's 5, and it gives you more, but it triggers slower. If it was a fast spell, maybe, but it's a slow spell, so you can't even do it in combat. You have to do it before combat or after combat. So wait, why would you do it after combat? Doesn't make any sense. You have to do it before combat then. Yeah. So you have to outright tell your opponent what you're doing, so you can't rebuff. So, yeah, I guess I gotta test this out to see how this works, but it's okay. Pack mentality. Here we go. Pack mentality. Basically, yeah, it was a like Iceborne Legacy, but a little bit better. Yeah, like a lot for Iceborne Legacy. This is a 7/7, still the same cost. Give an ally or the same group. Overwhelm. Now it's give allies +2 and overwhelm. Okay, so instead of just buffing all specific troops, so you can't have a you know, it can't be what's it called? Okay, so it's not tribal specific. Like you can't have a bunch of Elnuks or a bunch of Yetis or elites and then buff or spiders or buff this up with that. So they changed that, but this instead it buffs all your units. So it's kind of like Iceborne Legacy, but maybe it's slightly slower because of 7 cost. It gives +2, but it gives them Overwhelm, which is actually a significant difference. Overwhelm is actually such a good ability. So giving it's still good because it got Overwhelm in there, and it gives all your units this no matter what. So it's still really really good. This is still gonna be seen play. Pro Snacks, it went from 4 to 3, so it's just good. Just a good card. You just want to buff up your Poros, make them like funny furballs, nice thick fuzzy furballs. So it's good. Poros is a nice meme deck, so maybe eventually there'll be some top tier deck, but right now they're nice and memey. So this is fine. Oh, Trooper Elnux, what did they do to it? Okay, before it was search the top 10 and summon each Elnux for each. Now it's 6 and return it, shuffle the rest into your deck. Wait. So before, did they not go back into your deck? Is that what it was before? I mean, you can still do this with a clone. Like, you still copy clones and put them all in your deck and then bring this back out. So it's not really that big of a difference, in all honesty. But I mean, 6 is less than 10, so the 4 cards you're missing, so the potential is much lower. Even with 10, you can even just draw one Elnock or no Elnock. So, eh, I can understand why they nerf this, because this thing is everywhere. Just like you make a Elnock wall or Elnock attack force, so it's fine. Navora Conspirator, Conscriptor, Conspirator, Conspirator. I'm gonna call it Conspirator. Navarrai, Conspirator, it went from 3 to 2 attack. It's elusive, so it still throws stuff back in your deck. I mean, it's still an elusive card, so like just that in itself is a buff. Bring it down from 3 to 2, I guess, so you can die faster, but it's not really that big of a deal. It's okay. They slowed down elusive a little bit more, but elusive still can't be stopped unless you have elusive, so. Or challenger, you can like pull them. But besides that, it's still elusive, so it's still got its own buff, so that's fine. Chump Wump. Okay, Chump Wump. Big old Chump Wump. He dropped from 4 to 3. That's actually significant because a lot of cards, like I said before, it's 3. What is it? It's 4, 6, and 8, right? For the damage to do the calculations properly. 4, 6, and 8. So Chump Wump. Yeah, he is actually in the spot to be removed by a 3 removal. So get excited. So Callista's spear. Yeah, it's still really good. Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, so you can remove him now. So you can't just be a 4/4 wall to block you off. So that's actually really good that he actually got brought down. That's good. Let's go next. Flash of Brilliance. Create a random spell. That's the original one. I'll create a random spell. It costs 6 in hand. Refill your. Huh. So you can make this kind of like a Piltover Demacian thing with the Mage Seekers and this with Flash of Brilliance. I can see that then. Yeah. It's pretty good. Pretty decent. I can understand why they changed it from, just getting a random spell, because if you get Flash of Brilliance, you can actually chain Flash of Brilliances, and if you have Hermiting on the field, then it's just ridiculous. It get absolutely ridiculous. It get absolutely out of control. But, yeah, I can see this with potential Mage Seekers into Piltor. So Piltor, Demacian, Mage Seeker kind of thing. So you'll see how this is pushed together and see what people can make out of it. But yeah, this is fine. I do like the fact that you can't just infinitely spam these things with Heimerdinger, so that's good. Rummage. Play 2, discard 2. No. This is good. This is absolutely good, because the worst thing in the world is having Rummage and you have one card in your hand. You can't do nothing with it. This is actually really good. This is a great buff. The fact that they upgraded, so if you have one card, you discard one card and draw one card. Absolutely great. Love it. And it always, the thing that's really good, works with Jinx. Automatic can trigger Jinx. And of course, because, it's kind of like Jinx's card. It's kind of like, it's not a get excited, but it's kind of Jinx's card who has all her stuff there. But yeah, it makes sense. You're searching for stuff, discard a card, draw a card, trigger Jinx, ready to go. Great. Just a great buff here. Unstable Voltition. I can honestly say I've never played this card. I've never played this. I've seen it, but I've never seen anyone play it against me. I've never played the card. Maybe in Expedition, maybe used it once or twice, but I don't think most people actually even look for this card. Grant me +4 and quick attack if you cast a 4 spell. Okay. Grant me 2 cast a spell in this game. Huh. Okay. Okay, yeah, looking at what they thought about it. Yeah, so it's like the Mage Seekers. It's kind of the same situation. So yeah, Piltover, Demacian, Mage Seekers, 6 cost. 6 cost spells. They might try to make a deck type out of it. So we'll see who builds a deck out of this first. Brood Awakening. So 5 with 6. Summon 1/1 spiders. Grand spell. I mean, this is just. I don't really see too many people play Brood Awakening, honestly. It's cheaper. I mean, you can even arguably push it down to maybe even 4. Is that too much? Because you'd be essentially having 3. That's basically 6 damage for 4. Never mind. That's pretty bad. So 5 is pretty good then. And you can instantly trigger Elise if none of these spiders die. If Elise doesn't die, you can get Elise triggered to level 2. And you can also use it as a shield wall with spiders. So it's okay, but I don't really see too many people actually playing this, so we'll see. Mark of the Isles. Okay, what are they doing? Grant 3/3, ephemeral. Grand Ally +2/+2 in Ephemeral. This is significant. This right here, this is an actual crazy, especially for aggro decks. This is a make or break kind of card. I mean, you're gonna still put it in the decks to make it work, but the difference between 2 and 3 in an aggro deck is games. It's literally games. Like the difference between 2 and 3 is literally games. Also, if like someone was attack you, you need to buff your thing up. Your unit's gonna die anyway, or they pull your unit into it and it's gonna die. The difference of this buffing up on 3 to 2, it's so significant. This is gonna hurt aggro pretty hard. But no, I don't see any change in it. No, ephemeral costs 2. I mean, cost 1. Ephemeral +2/+2. Yeah, this can make or break like aggro, because this is so significant. Yeah, this is gonna be probably argued about a bit, but this is pretty bad, especially if you're an aggro player. Like, I like playing aggro in mid range. I'm not a big control player. This is significant. So yeah. The Rekindler, he moved from 6 to 7. Okay. I mean, technically it's not that bad. It's not really that different. Like your Rekindler, like for Hecarim was what? You play Hecarim on 6, he dies. On 7, you play Rekindler, you get another Hecarim. So it was linear no matter what. It was gonna happen. So they just made it a little bit easier. I think the only difference is probably so you don't have to worry about like Garen dying, and then Rekindler bringing back a Garen at 6. It basically because it was still linear at that way, but I mean it's just more linear for Hecarim, but it's not really that big of a deal. I mean, because it just brings champions out, and that in itself is dangerous. Like bringing a champion because it's not a follower. A champion is so much stronger than a follower because a lot of cards can't actually interact with champions. They have to interact with followers specifically. But yeah, Rekindler is actually really good. So bring this out. It's good. It's still good. The only time this is bad is when you play it on 7 and you don't have a champion that died. So you summon a 4/4 for 7. That's the only time it's bad. But I mean, it was bad when you play a 6 drop and you get a 4/4 with no ability. So it's the same thing. But all in all, still good. It's still linear. It still works pretty well, and it works with Hecarim. It works with the other champion, but you just bring it out at 7, so it's fine. Yeah. I'm really not gonna go over the watch list. Not too much. Yeah. And all the expeditions and all. I'm not really worried about all that right now. Right now, I want to focus on the main gameplay of deck building, ranked, and funny decks to make. But all in all, this is pretty interesting. It's pretty cool to see all these new things and what they're trying to do and what people can make out of this. So I'm so excited about this. So yeah, that's my opinions and my thoughts. You disagree, you agree, put it down below. Like, have a conversation, put it all down below, see what you think. And yeah, as always, like, share, comment, subscribe, put that stuff down below, and I'll see you later. Take it easy.